Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night coverage of the NBA. Thanks for tuning in. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Cunningham. Clingan is out there with Ingram, and it's Gonzalez in at the 2. And for Atlanta, so Clark, for teams that might be struggling, is it too early to start thinking about personnel moves?
In general, I would say yes, it's too early, Kevin. But if there are real chemistry issues with the team, then you've got to be willing to pull the trigger and make the move.
So Atlanta will get the first possession. It's stolen by Cunningham. Right side Gonzalez over Lewis. Count that one.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Lewis against Cunningham. Lewis outside. And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Atlanta.
And going up against the team that broke their hearts a season ago in the finals.
And that is a pain that'll last a lifetime, but they might be able to numb it a bit with a win tonight.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. So it's the Hawks now, following the score by Dallas. Here's Lewis. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Pass to Gonzalez. We play just over a minute here in the first. Lewis against Cunningham. For 3. Rebound, Atlanta. They defeated Indiana in their last one.
Yeah, in that one, they just locked it down to the challenge and really protected the rim.
Well, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Here's Clingan after the basket by Atlanta. Lewis grabs the board.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Now Daniels. He's coming off a 34-point game against Indiana.
And even while he was piling up all those points, he still found a way to create chances for his teammates. The assists just kept on coming.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Down low. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Now here's Gonzalez. And he really played well against Denver. Out to Ingram. Fires for 3. Drains the three-pointer.
You know, Ingram is somebody you have to watch closely on the perimeter because he's improved his outside shot so much since coming into the league.
And Atlanta calls their first time out of the game.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at Atlanta, things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record.
And right now for Atlanta, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Here is Daniels. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. Here's Lewis. From the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. Fresh from a win against the Nuggets.
Yeah, and in that one, they caused a lot of misfires with their intensity on the defensive end.
And the hustle they showed on that end was infectious, contagious. I mean, their squad really got after it.
Here is Daniels after the Mavericks pick up 3. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Lewis with the 3. And Gonzalez pulls it down. Mavericks leading by 6. Pass to Ingram. Dallas moving the ball around. To the inside. Unloads from 9. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Hawks. And their focus on defense, Brandon Ingram. Coach told me Brandon presents unique problems. It's the skill and size combination. You just don't see it too often. Anytime Ingram touches the ball, everyone will be focused on stopping him. Should be a good one tonight, guys.
Thank you, David. Now here's Gonzalez. He has 5 over Daniels. Gonzalez's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Back to Daniels. Looking to end the run. Buries the long-range jumper.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Gonzalez. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Pass to Daniels. Clinging with the steal. Cunningham with it. Another guy really kicked it up a notch for them in that Nuggets game. Inside. Takes it off the glass. He has 6. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Atlanta making a switch here. Rodgers is checked in. The Mavericks also with the sub. Peterson's checked in. Pass to Lewis. Over Cunningham. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
What great touch there on the fadeaway. Man, right in his face.
Gonzalez with it. Shot clock at 5. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Hawks trail by 5. Rodgers passes to Lewis. Here is Rodgers. Covered by Cunningham. Lewis on the wing. The Hawks need to get off a shot here.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Here's Peterson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The Hawks #1.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
First free throw is good. good from the line that time.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass, hammers the alley-oop through.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
And so here is Dallas after the basket by Atlanta. Pass to Rogers.
First in assists, first in blocks, and they're also first in free throw shooting. Unmatchable talent and confidence at the line. What a coach's dream.
And you pointed this out. No team in the NBA moves the ball better than they do. So many of their baskets are the product of just excellent assists. No good on the free throw. Atlanta making a switch here. Buffkin's checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Clutch, he's checked in for Cunningham. And he sinks the second. Here's Peterson. His last outing with 20 points. Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. On the clock. Goes back up. He squares up and sinks it. And the Mavericks lead by 4. The Hawks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Pass to Rogers.
Get the speed. Untapped.
And Gonzalez pulls it down. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Here's Clutch. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Buffkin. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Over to the wing. Shot clock at 6. Shoots the 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Get the speed. Untagged for free at freebeats.io.
And a moment here to look at the numbers for the captain. He's been putting up about 4 points a game, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. The real story, though, is how big of an impact he makes on the defensive end.
Absolutely. I mean, he's a lockdown guy for him, both on the ball and when helping out.
The tray. No good. His 5th missed shot from the field. He's made 3.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
Pass to Clutch. Here's Peterson. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Atlanta with the ball after the Mavericks pick up 3. Here's Buffkin. The Hawks working the ball around. Elbow shot is on the way. That one good for 2. 8 points for him. And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. The Mavericks leading. Here's Peterson. Cunningham outside. No good from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Johnson kicks to Lewis. There's the pick. No good. That would have tied it. Here's Peterson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to go on Keldon Johnson. The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
And the first one drops. So he gets them both. The Hawks trail by 4. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Paolo Banchero is not skipping steps. The Magic superstar says it's like anything in life. It's a process. Having that perspective just makes you want to work every day because this is the best league in the world. If you become impatient, you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's a cliche, Kevin, but you just keep pounding away. Back to you.
Well said, David. Dedication to the craft. EA thanks. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Atlanta. And Dallas also making a switch. Ware's checked in. Here's Clutch. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
Bufkin with the bucket.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
Here's Clutch. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Denver.
Yeah, and it seemed like he spent about half the game shooting free throws. Credit him for really taking it to the defense.
Here's Bufkin after the Mavericks pick up 3. Johnson down low. Pass to Bagley. Here is Rogers. Lewis outside. Bagley sets a screen for Lewis. Lock at 6. Rogers can't make the basket. Mavericks leading by 5. Cunningham with it. Picked up by Bagley. It's stolen by Bagley. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Bufkin. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And the shot goes in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Peterson, the pass to Clutch. Misses the 3. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's Dallas up by 3. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Atlanta. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
You know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
On the floor for Dallas, we've got Kate Cunningham, also Clutch out there, and it's Banchero in at the 4. Now here's Johnson. He has yet to score. Stolen away. One-on-one fast break. Here's Clutch. Atlanta with the rebound. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. to Bagley. The Hawks working the ball around. They get it back. Tries again. That one misses.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Now, here's Cunningham. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are one or two of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
A moment for an injury report.
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Mavericks head athletic trainer, and this is an unfortunate injury and potentially devastating for them. The team was just starting to settle into its rotations. Now, next man up. Kevin?
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, but when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
The Hawks shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And comparing to the numbers of last season, they've made a bit of improvement. So that's some positive momentum they can look to build on.
And the Hawks making a change here. Daniels has checked in. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Dallas. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Banchero was screened for Cunningham. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Cunningham's got 5 points now in the quarter. And here's Daniels. Bagley with a screen on Cunningham. It's stolen by Banchero. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you combine his athleticism with his length and his skill set. The versatility of Ingram is hard to guard against.
The Mavericks have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts. Falls for Ingram.
You know, Ingram is quiet about the work he puts in after practice and before games. This is a guy who just never stops trying to improve, though, and that's shown up in how he's grown as a player.
Both free throws good for Ingram. Here is Daniels. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Bagley with a screen on Cunningham. Daniels with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Bagley sends a screen for Johnson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now, here's Cunningham. 5 points in the game. And it's Ingram missing. Daniels passes to Rogers. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Lewis attacking 6 feet out. And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Bagley.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on the silver platter, just served him up.
Cunningham right side. Over Daniels. Cunningham gets the bucket. Cunningham's got 7 points in the game.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Atlanta calls timeout. he's checked in for Dallas. Teams value the three so much nowadays. Let's check out the best at it. The Mavericks, number 1. Number 5, the Hawks.
And the shooting display both these teams have put on this season has been remarkable. I mean, there are just three-point shooters all over the floor.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. To the middle. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Pass to Rogers. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Dallas leading by 7. Here's Peterson. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Peterson's got 8.
Outstanding decision-making by Ingram there, working it to the open man. Really good possession.
Now Daniels. Taken away. And even 3-on-3 break. Here's Cunningham. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Rogers. Rejected by Ingram.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, break.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Mavericks. They've led by as much as 10. Here's Peterson. 8 points for him. To the paint and taken away by Johnson. From the wing. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Now just a 5-point Dallas lead.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Pass to Peterson. Outside Gonzalez. And it's blocked by Lewis. They get it back. Hawks have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. To the inside. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 12 points for him.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now Daniels, after Brandon Ingram missing on that last 3-pointer. Peterson grabs the miss.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Cunningham's shot is off.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort. And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Carroll has screen on Lewis. It's Cunningham with the drive.
And at the offensive end, Cunningham is relentless. He will wear your defense out.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. And guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
the first one at the line is good.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Good on both. The Hawks trail by 5. Daniels with it. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. He's got 5.
That kind of power move has become a trademark of his.
And we've got a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He wants to talk to his guys.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Clutch is checked in for Cade Cunningham. Atlanta with the rebound. From outside the arc, Banchero grabs the board. Banchero's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Clutch. Fires from the wing. And that one, good. That's now 8 points for Clutch.
And for a big man, Banchero does a lot well, especially moving without the ball. He's got excellent court awareness.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024, Paolo Banchero.
And Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instant.
To the middle, here's Rogers. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Paolo Banchero.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
And he knocks down the first one. Mavericks making a switch here. Peterson's checked in. And both free throws good for Rogers.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
Now here's Ingram. A 17-point game for him in the win against Denver. Here's Peterson. Rebound by the Hawks. Rogers has got 6 rebounds in the game. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. And here's Daniels. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. He's got 16.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Ingram outside. Pass to Clutch. Lets the 3 fly. It's good for his 4th bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
He's certainly starting to heat up from outside. That's his 3rd for the game, his 2nd in this quarter.
Here's Buffkin. And Gonzalez pulls it down. Dallas has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Ingram passes to Peterson. Here's Clutch. Out to Gonzalez. It's Ingram on the wing. That one dropped for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Well, you look at the form on Ingram's catch-and-shoot jumpers, it's textbook. He's got excellent posture, his hands are in a good position, and most importantly, he's ready to shoot it when he catches it.
Down low, here's Rogers, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Here's Buffkin. On the clock. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Gonzalez. He's got 10. And here's Ingram from the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Ingram's got 7 points for the quarter.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Here is Daniels. Out to the right wing. There's a screen. And the 3 ball is good. 8 points for him.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Here's Peterson. 8 points for him. Puts up a deep 3. Rogers pulls it in. Rogers has got 8 rebounds in this game. Back to Daniels. For the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Peterson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Mavericks haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. And he makes the first. And so he hits both. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Mavericks lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Jason, a hard-fought first half. How do you assess the game so far?
We're going to need everybody. And the one thing we got to do is we can't settle. We got to keep attacking, get the ball in the paint.
Use that length to your advantage. Thanks, Jason. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Hey folks, welcome. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves here in a close one at the half.
I only have 2 words for you. Elbow, damage. Establish yourself inside, good things will happen. That's right, Ernie, I said damage.
They've had some success, but they've been counterpunched at times as well. Fellas, what do you say we take a look now at the power rankings?
I think for Atlanta, fresh out the gates, they've already established themselves as one of the teams to beat.
That is certainly reflected in their ranking here, a team to be reckoned with. And that'll do it for halftime. we send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. To Cunningham. Goes up to the stripe. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Gonzalez. And it's off from three-point range. The Hawks trail. And for Dallas. They got Klingon. Brandon Ingram's out there with Cunningham. And it's Gonzalez in at the shooting guard. The Hawks shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And that one misses. He hits the second from the line. And it's Cunningham with the ball for Dallas. It's a one-point game. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Some nice passing here by Dallas. And the wing jumper offline.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
It's stolen by Gonzalez. Cunningham outside. Ingram outside. 6 on the shot clock. Off target with his 3.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
For the lead, buries it from three-point range. He's got 21.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Cunningham dishes it to Ingram. Cunningham sets a screen for Ingram. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Ingram's got 13 points.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Inside, Lewis. And 2 free throws coming up as the whistle blows. He barely missed that one.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
He's perfect from the line this time. The Mavericks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Bounce pass from Cunningham. Pass to Gonzalez. Over Daniels. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. 12 points for him. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
5 to shoot. Lets it go with the 3. That one, no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Ingram against Lewis. Fires from deep. Gonzalez's shot is off.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Lewis. Gets the bucket and the foul. It goes on Donovan Clingan.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
The Hawks have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's made the decision he wants to huddle up with his guys.
Taking a look at some stats here for Daniels. The last 10 or so games, he has been remarkable. 8th in assists, and he's a flamethrower from distance. Top 10 in the league and three-point shooting.
And back to his phenomenal efficiency from 3, top 10 in the league. His consistent shooting creates so many openings in the defense. Cunningham outside. Looking to end his cold spell. And it's Daniels with the rebound. The Hawks leading. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
First one falls. He hits both from the stripe. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Outside Gonzalez. Here's the 3. It's good from long range. 9 points in the game so far.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
To the middle. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Cunningham passes to Ingram. That 3 off the mark.
When he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Now Daniels. Lewis on the way. Pulls it up. Misses the wing check.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Ingram outside. Takes a three. Rebound by the Hawks. Deflects the pass. It's stolen by Cunningham. Tipped away. Daniels with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Fires the three. Daniels, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And it's blocked by Lewis. Daniels with it. Launches from deep. Kept alive. Lewis kicks to Daniels. Three-pointer. Knocks down the three ball. And the Hawks lead by 6.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
To the paint. Here's Cunningham. Can't hit that one.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Outside Lewis. Drills it from outside. Lewis has got 9 points here in the second half.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Launches a three. Rebounded by the Hawks.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
And that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Lays it up off the glass. And it's an 8-point Hawks lead.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Launches it. Another three for Atlanta. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Hawks.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
They're very fresh, but also at the defensive end, how about the way they've been able to deny shot opportunities? Just tearing the opposition up in terms of denial.
And yes, it's good. Ingram's got 15.
Well, no question about it. Ingram is in the zone right now, having no trouble getting and hitting his shots.
Down low. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Hawks lead by 11. Now, here's Cunningham. 9 points in the game so far. Ingram deciding where to go with it. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. Atlanta with the rebound. Lewis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Off target from three-point range. Mavericks trail by 11. Ingram outside. There's the 3. Rebound Atlanta. Lewis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Here's Klingon. Hasn't made one yet. Pass to Gonzalez. Over Daniels. It will go down, and the Hawks' lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Gonzalez.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Lewis with it. Back to Daniels. They set the screen. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Stolen by Lewis. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
The Hawks have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. Trailed by 14. Here's Clutch. 11 points in the game. Can't drop the tough three-point. Pass to Rogers. Lewis a screen on Banchero. Shot clock at 6. Rogers passes to Lewis from downtown. The shot's good from Rogers. Rogers has got 17 now.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Cunningham finds Banchero. The three. Sinks the triple. He's got 5.
Banchero answering. I'm here, he says, firing right back from deep.
Here is Rogers. 17 points in the game. Intercepted. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
After hitting 1-3 in the first half, he's been unable to dial in from deep since then.
Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Johnson, he's checked in for the Hawks. The Mavericks also with a sub. Anunoby's checked in. Mavericks trailed by 14. Here's Clutch. He's got 11. Banchero outside. Drills the three-pointer.
You can't leave Banchero open from 3 either because he makes shots from everywhere.
Lewis outside. Yep, that one goes. Lewis has got 13 points in just this quarter.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the junkie.
Well, he only plays one way, and that's full throttle, all day, all the time, cold-blooded and lethal.
From deep three-point territory. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Back right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Rogers. He's out there with Keldon Johnson. And it's Daniels in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Johnson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good on the 3.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Ingram. Shoots it up. A rebound by Johnson. The Hawks leading by 13. Here is Rogers. The shot missing. Going inside. Clutch the pass to Peterson. Oh, that's blocked. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Buffkin. Gets a very good look and converts.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Pass to Clutch. There's the triple. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Johnson. From deep. Rebound by Paolo Banchero. Banchero's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him. Trying to shut the door on this one.
Here's Johnson. Lets it go from deep. Doesn't go for him.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's blocked. Here's Rogers. Hits the 3-point bomb. Rogers has got 20 points.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Now, here's Johnson. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Cans it from downtown.
And he's on his way to putting up a big 3-point total.
And here's Daniels. He's covered by Banchero. And a missed late. Mavericks trail by 15. Pass to Peterson. Now Ingram. And here's Banchero. From outside, off the mark.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
It's tipped. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
You know, fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Lewis checked in for Johnson. The Mavericks also with a sub. Klingen's checked in. Here's Buffkin. On the wing, Daniels. With some mark. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. First one falls for him. Greg, a lot of parity around the NBA. Do you think fans like that?
It's a great question, Kevin. And there are trade-offs, but as a league, you've got to foster competition and live with the results. And the reality is, it doesn't feel better when there are more teams that have a legitimate chance to win it all.
And good as he hits both of his shots. Mavericks trail by 17. Here's Clutch. Three-pointer. Lewis grabs the board. Lewis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now Daniels. Pass to Rogers. Lewis with it. And the upcoming schedule for the Mavericks. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Boston Celtics. Then on Monday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
And the first one drops.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
And he makes both free throws. Cunningham with it. Pass to Klingon. Back to Cunningham. Cranes it from beyond the arc.
He drilled one from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
And here's Daniels. Lewis outside. Lewis sets the pick for Lewis. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and he nails the jumper. The Hawks leading by 14. Top of the key. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Pass to Peterson. Shoots from the elbow. And Dallas again with the bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Lewis. It's tipped to the left wing. Back to Ingram. To the inside. Cunningham. Rebound by the Hawks. Lewis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. From the high post. That's his 6th field goal today. And that makes him now 6 for 11. Mavericks trail by 16. Jacks up a 3. He can't get that one.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody wants to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And the first one at the line is good. Atlanta making a switch here. Rogers is checked in. Gonzalez, he's checked in for Dallas. And so he makes both from the line. Mavericks trail by 18. Pass to Klingon. Outside Gonzalez. Again the miss by the Mavericks. Ryan has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Here's Lewis. Yes, indeed it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Here's Klingon. Cunningham on the wing. Ingram outside. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the three. Sinks the three-pointer.
No three-pointers for him in that first half, but the second half, different story.
Lewis on the way. A three ball. It's rebounded by Dallas. Now here's Cunningham. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Daniels is checked in for the Hawks. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Hawks leading by 15. Here's Lewis. Lewis a screen on Cunningham. Down it goes, jamming that one home.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
No good with the wing jumper. The Hawks have gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the fourth. Right around 46-47%. Pass to Daniel. A three-pointer is right on target.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
Here is Daniels. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Cunningham's shot is off.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Ball stolen. Down low. On the wing, Daniels. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Lewis with the three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lewis has got 24.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Cunningham kicks to Ingram. To the paint. Can they get it? He lays it in.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
The Hawks leading by 21. Lewis outside. From past the arc. That one doesn't go. The Mavericks shooting only 35% in the fourth quarter. The offense looking a little rickety.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hawks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And the Hawks with possession here, following the basket by Kate Cunningham. To the middle, Clingan with the steal. Ingram right side. Tries from the block, and it's blocked by Lewis. 32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Daniels. And he knocks down the first one. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Clutch. They set the pick. Lets it go from the wing. Not going to go that time. Pass to Rogers. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game.
Lamba, 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 lamba.
Let's go. Get to work.